Check this out.
So welcome to another episode of the FIFA 19 vs PES 2019 mini-series. Yesterday we uploaded the player faces comparison so far, and today is the gameplay features comparison. So we're going to be talking about the FIFA 19 new gameplay features versus the PES 19 new gameplay features. And then you can make your mind up on which one has the better features so far. In the background of the video, I've thrown in some PES 2019 new gameplay because I can't really show FIFA 19 gameplay without getting copyrighted. And if you are a FIFA fan, let me know what you think about the PES gameplay. If we can get 200 likes on this video, I would appreciate it. And remember that this is the #1 place for player faces on YouTube. So if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you won't be disappointed. So let's start with new gameplay features, and we're going to start with FIFA 19. Now, FIFA 19 is going to have the exclusive rights to the UEFA Champions League and Europa League and UEFA Super Cup because Konami did end their partnership with UEFA, so FIFA came in with all their money and decided to get the license. Now, these tournaments are going to be in career mode, so you're going to have Europa League, you're going to have Super Cup, you're going to have Champions League as well, but there is also a separate UEFA Champions League tournament that you can play outside of career mode, so if you want to play it that way, you can as well. FIFA 19 is also going to have the Journey Season 3, and of course this will be the final installment of the Journey for some time. I don't know when they're going to bring it back or if they're ever going to do it again, but PES does not have anything like this in their game. The closest thing to it is Become a Legend, but it's not really a story mode anyway. It hasn't got like actors and stuff like that. FIFA's The Journey is pretty unique for what it is for a football game. FIFA 19 is also going to have new commentary by Derek Ray and Lee Dixon for each Champions League match you play in FIFA 19. So I think this is a very good thing because it gives you that break now from Martin Tyler and Alan Smith commentary that we're so used to, and a lot of people have been getting annoyed with now that they actually have to mute the game from day one now, and I'm one of those people now too. So at least when we play Champions League, we're going to have two new commentators to listen to. Just feels fresh in the end. Now PES, I presume, are going to have the same team of Peter Drury and Jim Beglin in their game. For me, I usually mute their commentary after like a few days as well because they're just so bad. I mean, FIFA's commentary is repetitive. It's a bit boring to listen to now, but I still think it's ahead of PES's version of commentary. It's just, they both need to do better when it comes to commentary. If you want to hear a snippet of the new commentary by Lee Dixon and Derek Ray, you can listen to the clip now. It's actually in-game commentary for winning the Champions League.
Full time, and the issue has been settled. One team crestfallen, the other jubilantly.
Well, there's winners and there's always losers. Fine margins between the two. Expectation wins nothing, Derek. You've got to go out there and seize the moment.
But for these players, well, it's the night of their lives, and they're determined to enjoy every millisecond.
Well, you have to enjoy it because it passes so quickly.
And they know what comes next, the presentation of the Cup with the big ears. The Champions League winners in 2019. And you can feel the emotion. It's natural to reflect on this final, but so much hard work has gone into the entire campaign. Memories, memories. It's natural to reflect on this final, but so much hard work has gone into the entire campaign. Memories, memories.
Now the chance for a photograph. My mum always told me to get on the front row.
She taught you well, Lee. There we have it. The Champions League victors for 2019.
So FIFA 19 also has more gameplay features that I've already covered in depth in another video, but just to recap quickly because this is a comparison, they have a new active touch system which is going to change the way you receive and strike the ball, improve movement and increase player personality, and first touch is also going to be improved with new animations and skills. FIFA 19 also introduces dynamic tactics, which is sort of similar to advanced instructions from PES, and allows you to have more control over your team's tactics. Here is a preview of that. You can see that you can change offensive styles, depth, width, players in the box, and corners as well. There's a few more tabs as well, but I don't have the photos for that. And obviously we're going to get a better look at that once we get our hands on the demo or once more gameplay comes out. Another new feature is 50-50 battles, where they reckon that reactions and attributes play a more important part now in your success in winning the 50-50 battles. So loose balls and that, attributes are going to play a more important part. So the stronger players might win out. The players with better stats in reactions might win out. But who knows anyway? I mean, you have to actually play it for yourself to see the difference. A new feature that I still haven't seen yet is the timed finishing. And this is probably the most interesting feature that I haven't seen yet. They reckon that it's like a risk versus reward shot where you can still shoot normally just like you would in FIFA 18. But if you really need that goal and you can't afford to miss, then you can tap the shoot button twice, and the second tap of the shoot button has to be timed to perfection just before the player shoots, and your player's shot accuracy and power stats are going to go up. But if you mistime it, then you can like really stuff up your shot and it's going to go, I don't know, it's going to miss by a long shot. So it's like a mini game thing when you're shooting. I don't know if it's even going to be practical or useful while you're playing the game, but I guess we'll have to get our hands on the game to actually see if it's going to be any good for us. Real player motion technology also returns for FIFA 19 with enhanced animations for certain situations and player tasks like shielding and impact balancing. PES also has their thing called Player ID, that you can notice that when you're using Messi, it feels different than using Casemiro or something like that. So both games do alright when it comes to different playing styles for different certain players. But of course, I think PES does a better job with their Player ID, because FIFA's players, maybe only Sterling, Ronaldo, Griezmann maybe, they feel a little bit different than the rest, and the rest just feel like skinny players that just play all the same. So I think PES overall does a better job when it comes to Player ID. We now move on to the new gameplay features for PES, and they have announced 11 new skills. Now, I'm not sure if this is a gimmick or they're just throwing this in for the sake of showing something as a selling point. I didn't consider this as new gameplay features, but anyway, I'll read on. These 11 skill moves are crossover turn, double touch, step on skill control, no look pass, interception, penalty specialist, goalkeeper penalty saver, goalkeeper high punt, rising shots, chip shot control, and dipping shots. So, like I said, I don't know if these are just gimmicks and they're just saying these for the sake of having a selling point. But you would think goalkeeper high punt, what is the difference between that and just booting it up the field? I don't know. But anyway, we'll find out more once we play. But you got to remember, half of this stuff is just marketing. It's pretty much all gimmicks. Now, PES also say dribbling, animation, and fluidity is now based on a variety of factors, such as player and ball positioning along the defensive line, precise feint movements to make a break around the sides, and awareness of the close proximity of the opposition while turning. So basically what they're trying to say is that they've overhauled the dribbling to add a few more different types of movements and improve fluidity while you're dribbling. New shooting mechanics with unique, varied animations have been introduced to PES 19, including the motion of the ball slipping past the goalkeeper's outstretched hands, reactions of the attacker who just slightly missed, and more intense, joyful reactions around the goal area. Now, I wish I could show you some of these stuff from the trailer, including the skill moves, because they are from the trailer, but I can't upload the trailer because when I tried to, Konami decided to copyright me and tried to claim the money from the video, so I thought, I ain't doing that. If you want to see the skill moves and some of the gameplay features, just take a look at the E3 trailer and you'll see some of that. Now, this is going to be a cool new feature if they do it right, and that is visible fatigue. This is a new stamina system, and players will give visual indicators when they are very tired, and their stamina level is going to impact how they play. Apparently, if you keep a player on for too long and he's tired, you risk injury for him. And if that happens, you will see the player pull up via a cutscene, and a message is going to pop up on the screen letting you know that he is done for the day. Now, if I remember correctly, FIFA did something like that as well, where, I don't know if they still have it in their game, I haven't seen it since, but I think it was like FIFA 12 or something, where if the guy was very tired and he started sprinting, he would pull up with a hamstring or something like that. So PES is trying to implement that sort of thing as well. FIFA should do it as well. I haven't seen it as often as I used to in other FIFA games, so I don't know if they've still got it. But yeah, PES definitely trying to become more of a simulator now. Quick substitutions, just like FIFA, have been introduced now into PES 19. This is currently a little bit better than FIFA 18's method, because you are not just limited to one player you can choose to bring on. Sometimes I noticed that in FIFA, the auto suggestion would suggest like a slow CDM to replace a right midfielder, which is not the player I want. And so PES 19, from the gameplay that I have seen, will give you a few different players you can choose from when you trigger the quick sub button, which I think is a better method. I hope EA do fix it or change it for FIFA 19 to allow more options in the bar, but I don't know about EA. I don't know if they're going to change it. So ball movement has also become more natural and varied. The trajectory of the ball when you shoot is now based on posture and how you hit the ball. I've actually seen this in the gameplay so far. I think I saw one guy off balance and he hit a ball into row Z, and I've never seen that before in a PES game. Also, the rebounds off a save or defender have more realistic outcomes, they say now. But we all know and remember how annoying them rebounds were in PES 17, PES 18, and hopefully they are done for PES 19 because they're so bad. They have also enhanced full body touch, allowing for smoother and contextual trapping of the ball. They also used the new Enlighten software to make stadium lighting more realistic. Stands and pitches will resemble real life depending on the time of the day. And they also include dynamic lighting, which means when you play the game, the shadows and the lighting changes during the game, just like real TV football. And this is a feature that I hope FIFA introduces. I'm not sure if FIFA 19 is going to have it, but I hope they do throw it in one day, because imagine playing those afternoon to night games where they start at like 7 p.m. and you're in that sunset lighting, you know, that orangey color, and then it just goes from halftime onwards, it goes down to nighttime, like full dark, and it'd be nice, like it'll be beautiful to look at, and it'll resemble real life football. So we'll see how this plays out in PES 2019, but from the gameplays that I've seen, the lighting certainly looks much more realistic, and the shadows as well look fantastic. So at the end of the match, there is a player that takes his shirt off. You can see in the cutscene there, Paulinho's taking his shirt off. It's the end of the match, and he's just walking off with that little singlet thing that they wear. Now, this happens in real life, so it's pretty cool, but maybe if they could exchange jerseys with other players, that would make it even cooler. PES 19 is also going to have new snow weather in the game. Now, I don't think it's the way FIFA does it, where the whole pitch is covered in snow. From the gameplay I've seen, it's just around the edges of the field, and sometimes in the animations and the introductions and stuff like that. FIFA probably will do the better job with the snow effects, because the whole pitch is covered and it looks like a typical snow game. I think PES's one is just a little bit more of a gimmick, but I'm waiting to see more about the snow gameplay. But from what I've seen, I still think FIFA's one looks a little bit better. But those were all the new gameplay features between FIFA and PES. Take what you want from it, but of course remember, words are only words, and you should wait for release date to actually see what these gameplay features are going to do. We have to remember that Konami might change the gameplay, EA might change the gameplay, and it'll go back all to square one again. So, like I said, words are only words, and nothing is final until release day, and until the first week patch, because we all know the first week patch ruins everything, every year. So that was the comparison between FIFA 19 new gameplay features and PES 2019 new gameplay features. Which one sounds more exciting to you? FIFA 19 or PES 19? Leave a comment down below. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I would appreciate it at VapexKarma. I usually post FIFA comparisons and new faces, so if you want to follow me, you can do that. And if you want to check out another video, tap the thumbnail on your screen right now. If you want to subscribe to the channel, tap the VK icon underneath the thumbnail, and I'll see you next time.